I'm got I had to get a roommate to pay for the taxes here at my home um, that I was raised at. I moved here when I was about 16 months old, and my grandmother and grandfather owned that home. I stayed in the trailer park in the center, which they since took down and extended it the kitchen because grandmother needed more room for her cooking stuff. Then I moved from that little room to the back front right of the trailer, the way it sits. And then behind it is another place which was a shed attached, not really attached, just pushed up against the wall of the trailer. And there's a roof on top of all of it, but it's not touching. It's got 4 foot to I mean, it's got a foot, uh, 2 foot, I think 24 inches at the top. And it nails down onto the porches, the 2 porches we have. The other it has its own attachment um, in the center and go underneath, which is common sense. Um, and a building back there that he encased for his truck so that if we had a tornado, we could actually go underneath where the concrete is and stay close to where the concrete is. He meant to build the box, but he ended up working on the shed and having 2 projects, and he passed away with pneumonia. That's Frank Slab. And that was my grandfather. We went fishing a lot. We did a lot of things. Went to Onion Creek, went to Gillum Creek, went to Travis. We never did go to Travis Lake. I had to go to Travis Lake on my own, but he took me to other lakes like it was Waltree Long, or actually it was before that, it was Decker Lake. We used to go to Decker Lake, and it's Waltree Long now. So um, I lived here all my life. My grandmother lived here. Ruth Cloud Slab. She just uses the C on her writing of her name. But she's lived here in this trailer. I had to put up some stuff on my windows because I got peeping toms. So I try to cover it up, and besides, I don't want to look out that direction. I like the back corner uh, directions of views. Um, and I'll go back there soon. But we're working out so many things during remodeling. There's so much that needs to do, but I can't do it Thursday. Thursday I can get in some paint and some roofing stuff and see if I can paint the entire house white and paint the um, uh, paint on with a mop on, I should say, mop on some sealant, and then and fix the boards and stuff like that, and then come in and fix in just anything that we need to seal up in the ceiling, and then we need to paint the inside and come up with a color scheme. Truly, and tell them about what happened to me, and that I no way in my heart did I ever fear anymore when I found out that that's what he wanted to do to me. It was a Lyft driver, and he picked me up, and we went to get us. I wanted to smoke cigarettes. There had been 3 feet, and I was really jonesing like I am with tobacco. And I'm only rolling it in papers that I'm running out of. And so I went to get some cigarettes bad. So I went, and he said, "Well, do you live alone?" And "Are you there alone?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you should get a girl to come out and keep you company." I said, so I repeated it. I said, "I got a boyfriend, and he lives in one spot, and I have my own spot." And I tell him to stand the right down there. Tell him go ahead and pull into the second driveway. He starts curving around to park further than I can walk. And I said, "Hey," I said, "go ahead and get into the wheelchair spot. I'm handicapped. I gotta walk close to the door." He goes, "Oh, okay. We'll just park here." I said, "That's what I said." So I get out, I go in, I buy the cigarettes in the and come out, and I bought 2 packs of uh, 2 packs of the clippers, peach clippers, and I got which they don't sell anymore, but I also got a pack of Marlboro Box Flavor 100. And then I get home and I can't get out of the cab because he's come. He, he said stay right there, and he got out of his car, and he put everything, turned everything off, including his phone. It got real dark. He said no, just stay right there. So I closed the door, waiting for him to come around and open the door and help me to my wheelchair. Not the case. He unlocked the back seat car door, which evidently, when I signed my car door, he locked all the doors. And he had his keys in his pocket and opened up the back door with his hand inside and locked it and shut his door and then came into the back seat. And he forced me, I lost my balance. When he got on that side, the car leaned. And when his foot got inside, it leaned more. And then I lost my balance into him. He put, undressed himself, me down on it, and broke my nose and kept doing it. And all the time, I thought it was cold. But then as he did it, it began to swell, and I thought that he was giving me a STD. And the next morning, I texted my doctor and told him, I think I got an STD from this guy because my nose feels funny and my mouth feels funny. And I didn't know what it was. And when I got to the hospital, they told me that the tip of my nose and the cartilage right here in between is broke, which they are. It broke this way, and this one broke that way. And they were sticking out inside like this, but they were both that way, like that. It was really weird. It was broke like that way, and I seen it in my nose. It healed a little bit, but it's extra. It's just extra stuff. It's weird. It's not. It's broke still. So anyway, so I'm gonna end this live camera and hope that you get a better understanding about who, what, and where, what. An update.